there's a nasty bug on the ground.
Is it really?
It's a June bug, I think.
Oh, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch in the ass.
He's all upside down right now, but it's gross.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to LD120. It might be 2 hours. It might not be 2 hours. Who knows? We're kind of just winging it from now on. And actually, if you haven't noticed already, I do not have Durante with me. Mike D is not with me tonight because he could not be here. But I wanted to release a show for everyone. So we have Pond.
Hey there, guys.
It's Pond.
It's fun.
He's just stagnant water out in marsh somewhere.
Yeah, with the green scum floating on.
With the green scum floating.
That was actually
That's
one of my nicknames in Boy Scouts. I was Pond Scum.
Really? That's kind of sad, actually. That's,
Oh no, it was. It was like,
You wouldn't-
older bullies, and then I was just like, whatever.
that's Tonight on the show we have some good articles. Actually, I'm kind of excited. Nothing as good as the first episode, but we actually had a better week this week. I found some stuff that is humorous, interesting, etc., etc., etc. I think there's actually some that you'll enjoy as well.
Probably. I hope so. Otherwise, why the fuck am I here?
I don't know. You're the fill-in guy.
Ah, fine. I'm
You
leaving.
guy.
No, I'm not.
You can't leave.
I know. The door's closed. How the fuck do I get out of this place?
You're trapped, dude.
Shit. And there's a bug down there. He's gonna eat
There's-
us
yes,
alive.
ladies and gentlemen, there's a bug on the floor right now. It's definitely probably a June bug. It's almost
Looks
June.
like it.
You're here a little early, guy.
That's why he's upside down.
Oh.
He's trying to take a nap.
He's
napping until the middle.
and there's bees up in the rafters.
Man, this is just like bug central.
Jerry Seinfeld's up there voicing all the bees. He's up in the rafters right now. Yes, there are actually 3 honeycombs up in the little light hole or whatever that is. I don't even know what that is, but there are definitely honeycombs up there.
Probably
But-
so you can get airflow in here so it doesn't get all nasty.
Yeah, probably. But they are sleeping right now, so that's okay. But we are going to go to our first article of the night.
Alright.
Are you okay with that?
Let's do this.
You're ready.
Ready.
Show me your ready face. Let me see your ready face. Okay. Ready, ready. We are ready. The first article of tonight is illegal immigrants arrested in phony UPS van. 13 suspected because they are innocent until proven guilty. Remember that. In America, even though
That's what it's supposed to be.
innocent until proven guilty. Unless you're deemed a terrorist, then you're just taken to Guantanamo Bay.
NDAA.
And you're there forever. But aside from that, 13 suspected illegal immigrants from Mexico stuffed into a phony UPS van. So what they did was they took a UPS van, or they took a van, made it look like a UPS van, and then tried to cross the border with it.
But I mean, it's a UPS. They can only fit 13.
I guess. Well,
Or there are only 13 available at the time.
If you think about it, they had to fit them in boxes, so they didn't want to make it completely fake, so they had to kind of spread them out and hide, different things. I can only assume that's what it was. But the U.S. Border Patrol said Tuesday that agents stopped the van Friday as the driver tried to circumvent a highway checkpoint near Newland, about 150 miles east of San Diego, California's Imperial Valley, near the Mexican border. The van looked apparently really legitimate. It looked almost identical to a delivery vehicle, except for the fact that, the logo was, I think, a little crooked, I think they said. It was just slightly cocked. And it was almost it's a really clever idea. I can't believe they didn't get
Maybe the guy putting the logo on just had a lazy eye.
He's tired. He's tired.
Things up. Or they were doing it on a hill.
But see, that's not what got him caught, though.
It wasn't the
No. It was because we don't have guys with, they're not fucking Terminators where they go, oh, that geometry's off on that logo. No. These guys happened to notice they tried to cross the border, and that checkpoint, apparently they tried to circumvent it, like they said. And Carlos Goins, the driver of another truck, apparently was charged with the same crime after being detained by Border Patrol at that checkpoint. He is suspected and coordinating with the UPS van. So there's 2 guys, actually. There's another guy who tried to do the same thing. And apparently, migrants told authorities, so the illegal immigrants, that they would pay about between $5,000 and $8,000 to be smuggled into the United States. That's a lot of money.
For each person. Not just total.
But see, you gotta wonder though, how much does it cost actually to do the paperwork to actually come into the United States legally?
I don't rightly know.
But it can't be $5,000, $8,000. That's
It
like
could be more, honestly.
I don't think it's that much though. I wouldn't believe it. I wish I knew.
If it wasn't that much,
I wish I knew.
Why wouldn't they do that?
I don't know. It's just one of those things though. I mean, like it just seems like maybe I know. I think I've heard somewhere. I can't say this for fact, but I'm pretty sure that there's a limit to how many people they can let in at a specific time. So you go on like a waiting list. So maybe that's what they were doing. They just wanted to get it now. Probably because they had a family.
No, yeah, I can understand that.
But it's just funny that they that was a really clever idea though to use. Apparently they'd actually done this before in the past. They have made fake patrol cars, California Highway patrol cars, to sneak in.
That's
I'm just amazed they didn't get away with it. That's just one of those things. Apparently last year a white van filled with 13 illegal immigrants. 13 seems to be
lucky number. Oh man,
the lucky number tonight. We
lucky
have
number 13.
13, but
Everywhere.
It's obviously unlucky for them.
Is this going to turn into the movie 23 where we just see?
No, Jim Carrey is not involved with this at all. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Carrey is not involved with illegal immigrants smuggling in any way, shape, or form. I'd like to clarify that right now. No.
Well, no, because he was with 23. There's a different actor now for 13.
Is it Nicolas Cage?
It's gotta be Nick Cage.
Only him could be that dry. And he sneaks illegal immigrants across the border.
Does he take their face?
Yeah, he might.
Just wants their face.
That's what he does. He switches faces so they can cross the border, have paperwork, and then they have to switch back and then fight. Don't see. We just watched it last week.
I know.
Actually. That was
that last week? I thought it was the week before that.
2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of the worst movies I've seen in a while. I was kind of
I
expecting
don't think it was the worst, but...
in a while. I'm saying in a while.
Okay, but how old is the movie?
98?
Is it only 98? I thought it was before.
No, it was probably about 98.
Alright. Okay.
Nicolas Cage wasn't very big before Con Air, and I'm pretty sure Con Air came about at the same time. So I think those two movies kind of coincided.
Never seen Canidae.
It was a good movie. Con Air had Dave Chappelle in it. How could you not watch Con Air? It had Dave Chappelle. He played Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle played Dave Chappelle in Con Air. That's pretty much what it was. It was basically Dave Chappelle playing Dave Chappelle. But if you haven't seen Con Air, see Con Air. It's a funny movie.
I wouldn't know.
Well,
that's on my list of shit to do.
But what I wanted to say was, last year apparently, in the same article, these guys got caught. They had a white van filled with 13 illegal immigrants that tried to cross the Mexican-American border as clean-cut Marines. And they were stopped by Border Patrol at the checkpoint near San Diego as well. And the only reason they got caught was because a Border Patrol agent who had served in the Marine Corps, they had the most lucky day to come across the one guy who was Border Patrol that happened to be in the Marine Corps. Because he wasn't fooled. Apparently, the guy didn't even know that the day they tried to cross was the Marine Corps' birthday. So he happened to question about it, and they were dressed, but they could walk the walk, but they couldn't talk the talk.
They were dressed the part, they just couldn't act the part.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Right.
Alright.
You got it down to a T.
They're bad actors. That's probably why none of them get into show business.
Well, I mean, yeah. So they're going to California for the show business. You never know.
Or maybe they're going...
Carlos Lopez got famous.
I don't know who that is.
That's, wait, no. Carlos Mencia, sorry.
Fuck him.
Carlos Mencia got
He got famous by stealing other people's jokes.
But he crossed the border so he could get famous.
I don't even think he's from Mexico. I thought he was Puerto Rican.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure.
I honestly didn't know that. Yeah, you're probably right, because I didn't know it. And you seem pretty confident about it, so I'm going to go with that.
Because, like, I thought there was something online about him. Like, there was a big issue because he would make all these Mexican jokes, and he's not actually Mexican. Yeah.
So he was probably offending a whole lot of people.
Probably. But he's an offensive guy.
That was his...
Steals shit.
Yeah. Well, he is Mexican.
Oh!
Sorry. No.
Or is he?
Oh, no! Oh, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. I didn't think about that. So earlier tonight, you were commenting on my plants.
Yeah. Dude, they're very nice.
My beautiful fake
Like
plant.
fucking like zero watering. You can just ignore them. Fuck them. They don't even matter.
See, that's the one thing though Zach Galifianakis has on me. He has real ferns. I don't know if you've seen Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis.
I haven't. I
It's
saw
pretty-
it.
no, it's-
I saw like a clip of it.
He's funny.
No, I do like him. I do like him. I saw actually one clip where he was dealing with hecklers at one of his shows.
And he's clever.
Yeah.
He's clever with it. He's good with it. Same, Sarah Silverman's the same way. I watched an episode of one of her stand-up shows where she dealt with the hecklers. Same with Dimitri Martin. All those guys, just as long as you just almost let them come into the show, because obviously they want to be part of it because they're making all kinds of noise.
Of course.
You let them into it, you kind of embarrass them at the same time, and they shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
That's how it works, dude.
Yeah.
Man, yes,
We
no.
miss some great comedians though. Carlin, he's gone.
Well, yeah, no. There's a lot of comedians I like. Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg's one of my favorites, and I'm surprised I caught him like at the end, like of his career. I didn't even know he existed until after he died, which kind of sucks because I would have wanted to see him live, but I wasn't all into stand-up comics at the time. I'm still not huge into him now, but like I said, I did see Dimitri Martin live,
Yeah.
and I'd see more. My friend actually saw Jerry Seinfeld live.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if it would be as entertaining because
He's got a lot of dry humor. And
This-
I actually enjoy
I
it.
like dry humor too. I agree with you on that. It's just one of those things though where Jerry Seinfeld, the stand-up isn't as good as the show. I feel like when he has time to really think out like kind of a story almost, it's better for him to create like a plot than
Oh, yeah.
just like one.
But also, the
joke
show
kinda-
isn't being done live. I mean, you gotta look at it that way too. They have everything set up, like you said. It's also not just him; it's him and the entire cast. So you have other people to work with.
Yeah, you got a good influence of different ideas and creativity,
And different comedians who are also working on it.
which is actually there's a. It's funny because there's probably not a lot of people who know this, and I don't know if anyone. I was just talking about this earlier. The guy on YouTube, there's a few people I subscribe to. One of them, his name is Onision. He's been solo lately because he doesn't have a girlfriend anymore, and there's a lot of drama going on with him. But the guy is only good when he's collaborating.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't anything good that comes out of him with his solo stuff, and I'm sorry for saying that. There's a lot of people that are gonna hate me.
I don't think you are actually sorry. You're just saying that.
There's a lot of people though that would flame me ridiculously if they actually found this video, which are probably
That's
not
it.
going
You
to.
just lost all your views.
That's it.
Done.
They're all Onision subscribed.
They're
I'm still subscribed to Onision. I watch him for the drama now. He was good when he was with Sky when they were married, and then he was okay when he was with this other girl. I don't remember her name, Shiloh, I think it was. And then he's solo again, and everything he puts out is just really juvenile. The humor is just
I don't know.
really, really juvenile. It's not good.
I might have to look into him then, because like I don't watch.
I know
much.
you know him though from The Amazing Atheist.
Well, yeah.
You only heard of him from The Amazing Atheist.
No, I've actually seen maybe 1-2 of his skits. That was about it. Was he the one who did the thing like where he was testing random shit in his refrigerator?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was him. Yeah, that was definitely him.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that was his own creation. That was okay. That was actually not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the stuff he's been putting out lately is just not. It's just really subpar. It's just juvenile. It's really childish. His humor is almost like spastic and kind of. It almost seems like he's depressed and he's just trying to put out something to get some revenue from the YouTube.
Well, maybe if he's single, he is depressed. Go give him a hug.
All right, Onision, if you're watching, I'll give you a hug. Come on. Come out to Wisconsin. I'll give you a fucking hug. Let's go. Come on.
Alrighty, there we go.
I'm waiting. He's not here yet.
Well, this isn't up yet, so.
Oh, well. Call me Onision. I'll give you a hug. Just remember.
Alright, we go.
So you're wearing the Bugging Molly shirt
Yeah.
today.
It was either this or Boondock Saints, and I didn't want to wear my Boondock Saints on.
See, I watched Boondock Saints with you guys once before, but I wasn't really paying attention. It was you and Ben.
I
Way
won't.
back in the day.
Was it on St. Patrick's Day?
No, it was a long time ago when we were still in his basement. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
We were hanging out in his basement. His
Quite
mom
a
came
few
down,
years ago.
drunk as hell.
Well, that's it's not some fucking alcoholic or something.
Well, She came down drunk, yelling at Ben for something, and Ben.
That's what she does.
I want you to picture this though. Ben is a very witty Asian male. Let me just picture that. I want you to picture Asian male Ben. Super white Asian. So there's Ben and his mom is not Asian at all. So Ben's part Asian, but he's very Asian, despite being part Asian. Anyway, his mom comes down drunk as hell, and she's yelling at him for God knows what, because apparently she yells at him all the time.
Everything,
And basically, she was drunk and saying some shit, and Ben's like, whoa, Bob, what the hell, have you been drinking? And she gets all upset and goes, no, I just ate a lot of bread. So that was her comeback, was I ate a lot of bread.
Mom, your breath smells like yeast. Have you been drinking?
No!
It's all bread.
All the bread I ate a whole loaf. I was really hungry. Really hungry.
I didn't even wait until it was done. I just ate the ingredients for the bread.
It's like cookie dough. You just nom.
Baking a loaf in my stomach.
What do you think about that, Bug? You eat bread? No, you're sleeping again.
Or he might be dead. I don't know. He's not moving.
Did he die?
Oh, not there. He's stretching his legs.
He's waiting for June to come. See, when I think of June bugs, all I think about is the Cartoon Network June bugs.
Is he gonna make a Green Day parody? Wake me up when June comes.
Maybe. Are you an artist?
Yes, I am.
See, okay, apparently he's an artist. That was definitely the June bug and not me at all.
Yeah.
Not in any way, shape, or form. But speaking of that, no relation at all to June, I'm going to move on to my next story here.
That's alright.
This one, it's not a big article, I just thought it was funny, and I wish I had a clip to show you, but I could put a link to it. There will be an annotation or link right here so you can watch this.
No, it's in the crotch bar.
That's what Philip DeFranco says.
Yeah.
In the crotch bar. He doesn't say it anymore, but alright, we'll put it in the crotch bar. Because annotations direct you away from watching us, so.
Exactly.
And if you didn't know, today's hat day. I'm wearing my hat today.
My hat is backwards now.
I was having a crazy hair day, so I wore my hat to cover up my hair, and Pon wears a hat all the time.
Yeah.
So
Wear when at work.
It's hat day. I assumed if we had a guest co-host, he will possibly fill in future shows. So when Mikey D isn't here, we will have Pon as the co-host.
Yeah, just
Or host. We're just hosts.
I'll request off every couple weeks for Friday or something.
Well, it's random. We never know. I mean, if you're not available, I'll find someone else, or
Fair
we'll
enough.
just say fuck it. Everybody needs a break sometime. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing about I emulate 2 Cents in a way, which is To the Randy Griffin. I'm sure a lot of you know who that is. He does a show, but the shows aren't regular enough. He puts out an episode once or twice, and then they take a break because it always seems like stuff comes down and they can't get it out. And I just want to be regular, so my fans always have an episode to watch on a decent basis. You know what I mean?
Reminds me of the regular show. I like that show.
What show is that?
The regular show.
Is it called
That's
the regular?
That is what it's called.
Where is this regular show? I've never heard of this
It's
before.
on Cartoon Network. It's about this. I think he's like a ferret maybe, or a squirrel or some shit, and a blue jay. And they do random. It's just about them working at this.
See, you're awake at that time in the morning when these shows come on that I don't know exist. I didn't. I'm awake too, but I don't watch TV at the time. I honestly had no idea what Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends was. I didn't know what Flapjack was.
Oh, that's a good.
I
missed that one.
I didn't know
Adventure Time?
Adventure Time was, and actually I really liked it. Alex introduced me to that.
Yeah.
And Sarah too, but I've never seen that before ever. That was something new to me, and I said, "This is actually pretty good humor."
You might like the regular show then, because it's just like average guys put in completely weird, random scenarios.
Well, there you go. Who knows, right? But second news story of the night: there's a TV weather reporter, apparently in Romania, was caught recreating a storm during a live broadcast. So, basically, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I kind of know the whole story already. It's not very long, but what happened was, this is all on video, the guy he was out in this, there was apparently a super winds going on, like dust storm almost. and all the dust was being kicked up, and it was really extreme, and they had to get this guy out in the field to do this live action reporter stuff, and he was going to talk about how, everything's so terrible. But what ended up happening was the dust calmed down, so there wasn't like anything happening anymore. So it was almost like he'd be talking about it, nothing was going on. Like,
there's a climax and then nothing.
Nothing, pretty much, yeah. And then
we're done.
So he's like, fuck shit, what should I do? I don't know. And he's like, hey, you guy, other camera guy person, you're not doing shit. Go over there and kick some dust in the wind. So they had
one of the interns.
Yeah, they had the guy kick dust up while he's reporting to say, everything's so terrible out here, so it looked worse than it was. And the problem was when the cameraman was shooting the storm, he accidentally captured the guy. And we're not talking like half the guy, we're talking the whole guy kicking the dust in the air as the guy's talking. How fail could that possibly be?
I'm wondering who's getting fired for this. The reporter for saying to do this,
well, see, the problem
or the camera guy.
After all that, they were saying it was comical humor. They were saying it was a joke.
Oh.
But I think it was more of a fuck up than anything. Because
the ratings were just hurting.
It just seems. I mean, it could be a joke, but nonetheless, it was funny either way, and that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I thought it was humorous. There's a video which is in the, as Pon called it, the crotch bar, which is a Philip DeFranco quote, so we will use him there. But yeah, I will post a link for that.
I think it was more than just him, because it used to be the sidebar. It was on the side.
It's true. It was
the
a sidebar
bar because it's by the crotch, depending on how
YouTube has changed a lot since back in the day.
Yeah,
it really has. I remember when it started up, and you could post all kinds of illegal stuff.
And there wasn't the advertisements before every video.
I know, right?
I don't actually have to deal with that, so it's okay.
Back when people that posted on YouTube didn't make money, they just did it for fun.
Right? Yeah. Now it seems like there's just too much crap. You have to actually really search for the good gems.
Yeah, well, you get people that make money and then they stop caring. It goes the same with a lot of music too. It's just one of those things.
The money starts flowing.
Why bother? Whatever. They're doing it for the cash, not so much the enjoyment of doing it.
Isn't Slash kind of like one of those people?
A little bit.
I feel that he almost even just came out and said this, I don't give a fuck, I'm just gonna get some money.
He did. No, actually, if we happen to talk to Mike about it, he would be. I think we just talked about Slash last week. I don't remember what it was though. The story behind it, there was more to it. It was probably Guns N' Roses in there, so but it slips my mind. But I'm pretty sure Slash kind of made it out to be like he was just doing it for the money now, and I can kind of see where he's coming from, but. I mean, he's gotta pay 80, 90. He's gotta pay the bills.
Pay the bills, really? You think that he's just using this money to pay the bills now?
Guns N' Roses is a pretty big band. You're right. You're right on that though. But
he probably has plenty of money to spare.
I can understand it in a way.
Extra pocket change. Hey, you know what? Today I'm gonna buy a fucking Lamborghini.
Let me pull out a watch. Sir, you're paying for a Snickers bar with a $100 bill. Sorry, that's all I carry.
I don't care anything.
I use 20s to wipe my ass.
Not that I even know he's a douchebag. I don't know him, but
No, I always thought Slash was kind of cool compared to Axl, who kind of fucked over the whole band by just taking the rights to the name. How big of a douche was that guy? Come on. That was pretty bad.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, fuck you guys, I'm Guns N' Roses. And then created a whole new band, and it was just Axl and some other guys. I'm pretty sure my friend...
I am the band!
I'm pretty sure my friend and I, a friend of mine, we looked this up, and he knew that Axl and the keyboardist were the only two original members actually still in the band. And I don't even know if that's the same thing, but I don't really care, because fuck Guns N' Roses, I never gave a shit about them at all.
There's only 2 or 3 songs. The ones that they have on Rock Band.
See, I don't even like those 2 or 3 songs because they were fucking smashed into the ground.
Nickelback, right?
Yeah.
The best band ever.
Don't even get me started on Nickelback. We literally talked about Nickelback twice in the last 2 episodes. I don't even want to go there anymore.
Alright, then we're not bringing that
out.
We are not bringing up that band that we're not mentioning anymore.
We are Nickelback. But see how... Okay, wait, I want to talk about something now.
Oh, now you do want to talk about it.
I just want to know, where did they get that name? They go, let's think of a name for a band, and they kind of were like, here's a nickel. let's call it the backside of a nickel. We'll call it nickelback.
No,
Is that
one of them
creative?
gave a nickel to another one. He's like, no, I want that nickel back. And then another one was just like, dude, that is an awesome name.
They were probably high. That is.
What musical artist isn't?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I have no idea. I can't say because Steven Wilson said he never did drugs from Morgan by a Tree, but come on, you wrote The Sky Moves Sideways. Not that anyone knows what that is, but he wrote. It's Pink Floyd-esque. If you write anything Pink Floyd-esque, you had to at least tried some kind of drug. But
Or maybe he's just one of those people who are like, life is my drug. I get high on life.
see, I don't understand those people though. It's like it's just one of those things like I can understand wanting to be sober a good 80% of the time, but you want to have fun every once in a while. So you
Yes.
take your medicine and you know.
But we can talk about drugs later. I mean, there is another article thing.
That's true. That's coming up. That's coming up. Before we get to that though, I want to go to this article I picked just for you
Awesome.
because you are
Thank you, sir.
you are Irish.
Just a
And
little bit.
just a little bit. And I know I enjoy Guinness as well, but apparently Guinness marked its 250th anniversary with its first deep sea bar.
Not their first, the first.
Oh, the first. I should say the first. Apparently, beer maker Guinness marked the 250th anniversary. I can't believe they've been around that long.
I can.
I honestly have no idea. No idea that they've been around for 250 years. That's a long time for fucking beer
And
companies.
it's still delicious beer.
It's still today. That formula has probably not changed, and
It probably hasn't.
it's probably
The only thing that has changed is probably the slight variations in how it's produced, so that they can mass produce it easier.
I guess, yeah. I guess that would make sense. That would probably be what it is.
Or they just get more people to do it all at
Or
once.
that-
That's all that Ireland is. It's just one
brewery.
one
Just a
giant
whole
Guinness
brewery.
brewery.
Welcome to Guinness. I mean Ireland. Sorry, everyone. That's they stamp your passport. It just says Guinness. Just a big Guinness stamp. There you go.
I do need to go there because apparently, from like I have not really a friend, but acquaintance who went to Ireland and had Guinness there, and it trumps the Guinness that we have here. 'Cause,
Does it?
they have to put extra preservatives in it and everything, so that can make
Oh,
the
travel.
shipping
Yeah.
and
I know. That makes a lot of sense. Apparently though, beer maker Guinness marked its 250th anniversary of the Arthur Guinness signing his infamous 9,000-year lease for St. James Brewery in Dublin in a unique way. Apparently, it commissioned its first deep sea bar. As part of its Guinness Sea experience, the company partnered with architecture firm Jump Studios to turn the interior of a submarine into an underwater bar. Jump Studios was asked to create a space that embodied the Guinness brand slogan, "Alive Inside." I had no idea that was even their slogan
I
at all.
didn't either actually.
That doesn't really sound like Guinness though. Guinness is more of a heartier kind of like, alive inside. I don't know if that.
Because they're still alive, no matter how much fucking beer you pump into them.
I get alive inside though. It just sounds kind of like something like fucking Smirnoff would create. Like, drink the new
Smirnoff Ice.
Feel alive inside for the anal sex you're going to have with your man friend.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Is that so? Does that make it less burly?
It depends on.
It could honestly. Man sex? That's a pretty manly thing. There's nothing but men in man sex.
All right. You know what? The most manly thing you can do is have man sex. What is not more? Fuck women. No, don't fuck women. The most manly thing you can do is have man sex because there's nothing more manly than two men anally sexing each other. You heard it first here, folks. And apparently the submarine had sculpted seats covered in rubber discs that prevents from sliding and slipping, LED lights, tables, and of course cup holders. In addition to being visually stunning, the space had to meet strict marine specifications regarding ventilation and fire safety. So basically they went underwater It doesn't really say how deep in this article, but they went down and drank Guinness in this like bar. That's kind of cool. Like, you know, like it's one of those. It's
I want to go do
deep-sea
this.
bar.
We are rich and famous. Let's go do this.
You know, why not? There's a lot of compression involved with that, though. I'm sure my ears would pop so much.
Well, that's why you eat chewing gum helps with that.
Yeah, it does.
Chewing
That's
gum,
true. It does on an airplane. You're absolutely right about that. Absolutely right.
Just saying.
No, I understand. But yeah, I know Guinness is your favorite beer. I know
One
it is.
of.
One of. So because blah blah blah, Guinness.
Because it's good and it tastes good. I still want to try apparently they have like a clear Guinness now or some shit.
I
They're
heard
coming
about
out
that.
with it.
I have not heard about that at all. That is news to me.
I don't know if this was just a rumor or something, but I heard about this like maybe a couple months ago, 4 or 5 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. I tried Guinness, what is it, Guinness Black. That's actually pretty good.
Guinness Extra Stout.
Guinness Extra Stout is pretty good.
There's Guinness Drought. This is draft or drought? How do you say it? Grought. Drought. Guinness Drought.
I don't get it.
Drought. I don't.
I just like the
fucking
taste.
words.
I'm not into the semantics.
I don't read the label. I just drink that shit. Fuck
Exactly.
that.
Just give it to me. Just whatever it is. If
That's
it's
what you
beer,
say when you have man sex. You say,
Give it to me.
Give it to me in the anal region. Next article on the platter of articles. We have
It's a platter.
It's a platter now. Yeah.
Does it come with crackers and cheese?
Ooh.
No.
No, weird. Fresh out of crackers and cheese. All we have is Guinness.
Just Guinness. All right. I
Guinness
can deal
and
with
condoms for the anal sex you'll be having
it. This
later.
isn't even Guinness though. You don't even have Guinness, right?
I thought about getting some, but I didn't.
You should have.
Next time.
Next
Next time there will be Guinness. There will be Guinness next time. You just finished that. Good job, sir.
Indeed. What hospital you work at?
Walter General.
Why are you nursing that beer?
I didn't. I drank 2 already. I wish I had another, but I don't. Well, I have this. I'm gonna have to go upstairs later. I have to save this because this is all I got. This is all that's left, ladies and gentlemen. This has to last me the next fucking hour and a half.
Good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
Just
Yeah.
call Sarah. Sarah, bring more beer.
No, actually, in 30 minutes, on break, I'll go get one.
Alright. You got 30 minutes.
Breaks 10 minutes because the videos are about 10 minutes that I put in the middle here. I
Alright.
know you haven't been on the show before, but
Well, now I know. Now I know.
the more you know, star. Bam. Next article. Apparently, Obama was a huge stoner.
I'm okay with it. Actually,
I
I like him more because of that.
Yeah, me too.
But I still hate him for signing NDAA.
It's understandable.
That's-
What's NDA? I don't think a lot of people know what that is.
Basically, it states that, you know, if the government feels someone might be a terrorist, they just go off to Guantanamo Bay
Which is what I was
without
talking about
trial.
earlier.
Yeah,
I was
without
mentioning-
trial or anything like that.
Right.
And it was interesting because at first he was against it, and I'm not sure what changes they made, but they made a few changes to it. Included in those changes is before, like one of the earlier versions of it, it didn't affect U.S. citizens, only people outside of the U.S. And then
it was like,
when
well,
it changed, it included U.S. citizens.
He didn't-
and then he jumped in and
I
said,
remember
"Okay,
that.
I'll
He
sign
didn't
this."
want that until that. Yeah, I remember hearing
Yeah.
about that. Yeah. That's just ridiculous. It's just one of those
That
things.
directly goes against the amendments of the Constitution.
Well, see, that's why Ron Paul needs to be in power, even though.
Don't even know.
See, problem with Ron Paul. See, Ron Paul will make a difference happen. He'll make a change.
In the
And
wrong direction.
That's not true though.
Yes.
He's not gonna go.
He's got
certain
such a
extremes.
religious
That doesn't-
boner.
That's fine. Every president has been religious.
I know,
Religion
but
isn't always-
him a bit more than most.
But there's some ideas of his that are good though. And I'm not a Ron Paul supporter. I just feel like maybe it's in the right to see him in power because then shit will get done and stuff will change.
Fair enough.
You know,
Actually, this just reminds me. It's really funny, and I believe I may be taking this from TJ or something.
that's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine.
But it was funny because it's like people don't vote for people like third party anything because
They're
they
afraid.
won't win.
They assume it won't. Yeah.
But they don't win because they aren't getting these votes.
Yeah,
You know,
but it
it's
goes
like-
hand in hand. It's one of those things like, it's just that
And people just fucking didn't care if they would win or not. You know, if that wasn't such a huge issue. Because I know plenty of people who are like, oh, I'm not going to vote for them. They're not going to win. It's like, well, that's not the fucking point.
But see, you
of
get
voting.
you get elections though like this where there's reasons for people to not want Obama back in office, and then there's definite reasons for people to not want. Is it Mitt Romney? Is that his running name?
Romney.
Romney it is Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
Who don't want Mitt Romney? I'm glad it's not Rick Santorum. That's all. I'm
Santorum.
But I'm just glad. There's reasons for people not wanting Mitt Romney. There's reasons for not wanting Obama. So there's people that are just gonna consider themselves throwing away their vote, but that might actually be towards another third-party candidate that will get a decent amount. I mean, it's happened before. In like the early '90s when Bill Clinton was running, wasn't it Ross Perot that actually almost won? He almost came up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure Ross Perot had almost won once. He was basically the Ron Paul of the early '90s or something. When
At the same time, though, Ron Paul isn't trying to say that he is a third party. He's just tagging himself along with the Republicans and going, but I'm different.
wasn't it though? Bush Sr. and Bill Clinton and then Ross Perot in the election, and it was kind of like all of them. I don't know
I
because
don't
I'm not.
quite remember.
I'm not a political like expert.
Neither am I.
Yeah,
I
that's
just-
my friend. But in my opinion, I'm not gonna. Don't quote me on this. I'm just gonna say that's what I can remember. It was those three, and they were running in maybe '92, and that's before Bill Clinton won.
Possibly.
But Ross Perot almost had won. That was my impression.
Yeah.
He got enough of the support from a lot of different states that he could have had the potential to win, but he didn't.
I don't know. For me, it's I know a lot of people who like to stick there, like, oh, I'm voting for this person because I'm part of their party. And I think that's bullshit. To me, both parties are corrupt. They're both gonna fuck us.
No, exactly. Every political candidate sticks with like the status quo. They don't want to change anything.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
despite
why-
Obama's change thing, everyone would vote
You
for him.
wanted
saying-
hope and change.
It was like I want to say like you buy something and it's got all this fancy advertising and it's like, oh look, I'm gonna do all this, and then you like, let's say it's a candy bar. It's like, oh, it's gonna be the best thing ever, and then it just tastes like a regular candy bar. That's like Obama's presidency. It's
Well, I mean,
basically
look at it. It's basically just a second Bush Jr.
he didn't. Well, he's not. No, I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far to say is that, because he's
Fair
done some things, but every person, you got to remember, not all presidents are evil. They just do things with good intentions, but their good intentions are sometimes stupid. They're misinformed intentions. They want to help, or they think that that's the right thing to do, but it's really not.
Fair enough.
Same with Bush. He's based off religious backing.
Yeah.
Like I said, Ron Paul cannot be any worse
I
than
think
Bush.
he is though. I went to his website and looked at the shit he said, and I guess maybe I might be biased because this is one of the few people I've done it with. Because at first I was like, he seems like a really good candidate. Let me actually look and read into what his beliefs are.
Only
this and
time
that.
will tell, though. You can't know now, though. There's no way to tell.
I guess.
I really think that Obama's probably going to win, just because nobody wants to. They're just afraid.
For me, he's the lesser of the evils.
That's the reason people are going to vote for him.
And I personally think that's a shitty way to vote, but
Well, see, people are going to vote for him because, one, it's done all right so far, but you don't know what he's going to do in his last year.
Yeah.
Just like Bush kind of fucked shit up in his last year, the last year of his presidency.
yeah.
But, no, I mean, people are going to vote for him because, one, it's the safe vote. He's already in power, blah, blah, blah. Now he's got the gay vote.
Yeah.
So,
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel that he said that
Forced
just
it.
for the vote.
forced it, yeah. It was
It
forced.
was, and I'm not.
I feel
saying-
like he's probably not against it, he just doesn't care. It's probably one of those things like he doesn't care, he just wants to say it.
I think
to
he
get-
cares. Like, honestly, his opinion may have changed. That may be the case. But the reason why he made it public is for the vote. At least that is my opinion. Because I mean, right after he did that, you have all of these other politicians now coming out and saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, I support that too."
Well,
You know,
it's just that.
it just sparked this whole thing. And now
I mean, you got members
running
of
with
different
it.
bands saying the same thing too. I think it was maybe even Slipknot, Corey Taylor or Slipknot said something like that too. And it's just like just the train of like someone says it, it's like, oh, it's okay, nobody freaked out. So then everyone else has to agree. They let their beliefs, which is fine. It's another civil rights thing. You're living in a time where
Everything is civil rights now. Yeah.
gay rights. It's eventually gonna pass. I literally believe it's just gonna do the same thing the way women's rights, black rights. It's gays will eventually be able to get married, and I feel society.
Well, yes, at this point it is an inevitability.
Well, see,
It's just playing the waiting game.
some people look at the world as really negative. I've got a friend who just looks at everything as terrible, and he's like a prepper and everything. I think you know what I'm talking
Of
about.
course.
But you have to understand though, the guy, like, good always seems to trump evil. Evil might come in power at least once, but it always kind of balances itself out. There's always a balancing act.
If it balances,
Everything
how
is-
does good trump it?
Because
if it balances.
because balancing is not always
Balance would be a new tragedy.
See though, balance is more towards. I don't know how to describe it though. Balance isn't always bad. Like, it's not horrible now. I can't say anything's horrible.
Well, yeah,
it's
no,
not
it
great.
comes down to
It could be better.
every generation feels that they're worse off. You know, like every generation is always in the mindset of, oh, this sucks.
But see, that's a good mindset though, because it gets things done. People want to change.
Does it actually get things done?
It doesn't though, because nobody gets in power because, there's restrictions and you have to have a lot of
Or
money.
maybe this is just the thing in America. Maybe other people.
I think
in
it's
other
just
parts of the
human
world-
nature. I believe it's just human nature.
Possibly.
I think it's just human nature in general.
This has been quite a huge tangent
No,
from
no,
the actual article.
You have to remember though, that's what happens. Tangents happen. It's a thing on the show. See, with you though, it's more political. With Mike, it's music. So we talk about music, it goes on tangents. With you here, it's more music, or political, which is fine because it's a difference of opinion.
Different people, different mindset.
Right.
There
right.
you go.
But anyway, Obama smoked pot in high school, and apparently he had rules in his club or crew he called the Choom Gang.
I wonder what that is.
Apparently,
What's the significance of that?
I don't know. I don't know if it describes that. But starting on page 293 of his book, the reader begins to get the dope on high school age Obama's group of basketball and fun-loving buds,
Yeah.
who dubbed themselves the Choom Gang, a verb meaning to smoke marijuana.
There we go.
So that's what it means. As a member of the Choom Gang, Barry Obama was known for starting a few pot smoking trends. The first, called TA, a short for total absorption. To place this is physical and political constants of another young man who would grow up to be president. And that's just funny. It's just funny to see him as a regular guy. Because everyone views these people in power as like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when people find like dirt on them, they beat it into the ground. I'm like, they're just guys like you and I. It's
Exactly.
just
Well,
one of
that's
those
another
things.
thing. That's
Everybody's
why
not
I
perfect.
like it, because it's like it. I guess
Well, he's honest.
a lot of politicians try to do this is try to make it seem like they're just another average person, even though most of them aren't.
Yeah.
You know? And I guess this could go either way. I mean, some people are looking at this going, hey, fuck, he's just like me. And then other people are like, what? He does what? What is this? You know,
But it's funny.
like-
It's funny. I forgot who I watched. It might have been actually Spaz Fox's video, but they were talking about. I don't remember, like I said, who it was, but they were talking about. Obama had done cocaine once. He tried cocaine once, and it's funny because nobody brings up the fact that Bush used to do cocaine all the time. So it's just like, how can Republicans bring that up when Bush did it all the time through his college career?
Because Bush was a Republican, Obama's not.
Well, yeah, no, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. No, everyone's so closed-minded. I like to keep an open mind. I don't side myself with anything. I just take everything in and I decide for myself. So that's just how I work. It's just one of those
You
things.
think for yourself. You do your own research instead of just listening to the shit that they put in front of you.
See, that's one of the things, though. I got sick of when I put myself as moderate conservative on my Facebook. Everyone sees the word conservative and goes,
And, yeah.
"Oh my god!" And it's just like, that's not what it is. So I changed it. I just said I think for myself because I got sick of seeing that. I was just like, it's not so much about being conservative. It's just like there's some things I don't agree with. I like to have a spiritual kind of view, and I don't agree with abortion. I'm not going to stop a woman's right from not having an abortion. I just don't see it as right. For my own personal beliefs, I just don't agree with it. I just feel like you're destroying a life that it could be.
Okay.
You know, it's just.
But on that issue, I mean, you said you're okay with other people deciding. Do you agree that other people should decide on their own?
Yeah.
If that's right. And
I don't
exactly,
care.
that's all that matters.
I just don't agree with that. I'm not going to stop them from doing it. I just said I feel like it's wrong.
Exactly.
I just feel like it's wrong. It's just you shouldn't
And
impose
most people don't understand that.
It's mostly just if there is a God, because everyone's beliefs are kind of based off of like a religious figure. God is the ultimate judge and decider, right? So He's going to decide whether what those people's decisions make, whether they can come into the afterlife or not. So it's not your problem; it's their problem. So why are you getting into their beliefs to try and help them?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't affect you at all.
Furthermore, I mean, it doesn't say in the Bible like not to judge other people.
Yeah, I'm sure it does somewhere, but it also says to stone the gays.
Yeah,
And by that they actually meant get high.
Maybe
So-
that's what it was. Maybe
Just get high and have anal sex every day. That's what the Bible comes down to. It's just get high and have anal sex.
I don't think it says the anal sex.
It does, I read. Matthew 2 verses 1 through 5.
Just like
Right
all the other Christians read it.
Matthew was
They
in
read
control.
all of it. Yeah.
Matthew and John. Anal sex, all of that.
You're probably gonna get flamed
I
for
know.
that too.
That's bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, any publicity is good publicity,
Well,
right?
yeah, whatever.
Not that other people are going to be talking too much about this, I don't think. Maybe they will.
Who knows? We're getting started. We're just getting started. But apparently, he said TA means for total absorption, which is to place this in physical context or physical and political context to another young man. Blah blah blah. That's basically talking about how he's going to be president. But I think what total absorption means is when you hit, you have to take a full hit.
Zeroing it out.
Yeah, not
You
that.
hold it until when you exhale, there isn't any smoke.
No wasting THC. Otherwise, you do not get another pass of the blunt. So this guy had a whole plan laid out about how weed should be smoked, which is funny. It's just funny that he didn't. It's funny he didn't deny when before he was president. He said, "I smoked. You know, that's what we did." Like Bill Clinton tried to deny it. You know, it just seems like culture nowadays is getting more open.
Clinton, really? I didn't smoke. Come on, buddy.
He also did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That one.
That woman.
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, but I'm repeating what he said. That woman.
And
And the thumbnail. He also described what the definition of was in his thing. He said, well, it depends on what you mean. I think it was is. But that was before my time, because I was like probably 8.
Yeah, back when grown-up shit, quote-unquote, grown-up shit didn't fucking matter.
Back when I was caring about watching
SWAT cats.
SWAT cats. Fuck yeah, SWAT cats. Let's high five the SWAT cats right now.
At least I didn't feel awkward in front of other people watching it.
What did you watch as a kid, though? I mean, like, what did you...
Whatever was on TV.
Yeah, it was...
I guess after school, back then there was still Toonami, you know. At least like
It's
5th,
coming
6th
back
grade
now,
or some
though.
shit like that. I know, and I don't get to see it because I work every Saturday. You know, I don't know. Maybe I can get away with turning it on at work.
Well, see, let me ask you one question. Were you a Nickelodeon fan or a Cartoon Network fan?
A little bit of both. I mean, I like
You
certain
didn't
shows.
prefer one over the other, though?
Not really.
See,
I
guess
I prefer. If I had to make a choice, I'd say Cartoon Network. I mean, Nickelodeon only had a few shows. Like, I enjoyed Cat Dog. I thought that was kind of amusing when I was younger.
See, though, I was a Nickelodeon
SpongeBob,
fan. Nickelodeon had a lot of more down-to-earth shows. I was a Hey Arnold kind of kid.
Hey Arnold was pretty good.
I was a Doug kind of kid. Like, I was.
But
like,
then they threw the curveball in there. Invader Zim.
I loved Invader Zim.
That was great, but totally like not something you would.
That's why it
expect
didn't
from
do well,
Nickelodeon.
though.
I know.
That's why it didn't do well.
That's why I'm glad I have the box set.
That's what I have to get, though.
You should get it, or if
That's
you want it,
something
I
I
can just
can
let you borrow it.
No, I want to own it. If I really like
Fair
it, I should own it.
Yeah.
There's actually episodes that were unreleased that I have not seen that are on there. But
the moose.
the moose.
At the end of the room, there's just a moose.
A white room with a moose chewing nuts. No! That was the best. The humor in that was so good. It was so good.
Well, I mean, it's Jonah Vesquez, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. That was a good comic. You know.
We just talked about it last week.
Really?
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yes, we did.
I'm just late for all the fucking
That's
conversations.
why you're not here. See, if we bring you on, we can always have you on with Mike. It's depending on when you're available.
All
We do
right.
this every Friday, so post it on Sunday. But we're gonna go on to our next article because we're running short on time before the break. New York Senate bill seeks to end anonymous internet posting. So,
Bullshit.
yeah, I know.
Say
Right?
goodbye. Fuck that.
Exactly,
Like,
right?
I mean, we've gotten actually. I don't know if you do any of like the online petitions and everything. But
Sometimes.
I sign a lot of those.
I haven't seen anything like this.
like the whole PIPA and SOPA, ACTA.
I did a lot of that
I
stuff. Yeah.
signed all of those, and anything else that comes through, I'm just gonna
Right.
sign those too, because that's bullshit. I'm sorry. If you don't want to be known, but you still want to have a voice, by all means, go ahead. I think that destroying anonymity would be bullshit.
No, it just doesn't make sense. But basically what's going to happen here is anyone who posts like in a forum or a blog or something, and they post something on the internet that basically is seen as obscene and whatnot, in order to keep that online, they have to post their name and their address.
Yeah, see, and that's what I would say the opposite. Like, if you want to post something obscene, then you shouldn't have to do that. Because, I mean, if you have, like, maybe something that other people might see as a radical or very different or opposing opinion,
But
you have all the right in the world to say it.
right,
And then to be forced to put your address on there?
that's a little extreme. I just think what they're doing is making it so, because the internet's a different social. 4chan has proven this, because you can be mean.
You can't talk about it.
You can. Oh, that's it. Sorry, it's like Fight Club. Sorry, no. You can be mean online and not really worry about it because no one can find where you live. Right? It doesn't matter. It's not.
Well, I mean, this isn't just about being mean. This is posting anything. I feel that this would be a way for, like, if someone has a very radical political opinion, why should they be forced to put their name and address? Like, especially if it's like something against like current government policies, they could get a lot of flack for that. And I think that would be something that's dangerous to do.
Right.
Right. And that's just, I don't think that'll fly. Hopefully something like that would not get passed, And I see in parentheses there, likely well-intentioned. I don't even think it's well-intentioned.
It's just one of those things though. They have like they don't. It's basically to prevent cyberbullying. That's what they want to stop. And cyberbullying is a bunch of bullshit all in itself.
Yeah, it is.
If this person can't handle like being bullied online, like they can just stop. It's like they can't stop using the internet to get away from the fucking cyberbullying. Like, it's not like you're restricted to use that.
Yeah, it's
form.
not like school where you're forced into situations.
It's not at all.
where
It's not even the same thing in any way, shape, or form.
In some instances, though, like, I mean, if you have someone who's almost stalker-esque in their ways, where, like, they find you on Facebook, on, I guess, Tumblr, or your blog.
But see, there's ways to
follow you.
report them, and they can get removed from that environment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's already put in place. It's not like those companies aren't caring and the government has to step in for that, It's just an unnecessary thing that it's just like people that don't understand how the internet works, old people in their 50s and
You done goofed.
the internet.
Call
like,
the cyber police.
it's just one of those things like, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. This whole implementation would just fuck shit up. It just doesn't matter. It would be abused. It's one of those things that would be abused. It's not necessary, and this bill needs to get squashed. Just as fast as it's brought up, it needs to get squashed.
It honestly shouldn't have even been brought up.
It's just a dumb idea. It's a bad idea.
Yep.
Bad idea.
I don't know. It's just, it is bad. There's really nothing more to say about it than it's a terrible idea, and we can just leave it at that.
It had, I guess you could say it did have somewhat good intentions, but really it's just bad.
On the lines of cyberbullying, that to the average person who believes that cyberbullying is actually a thing, maybe it could be viewed as well-intentioned, but even then, I mean... oh, they called me names on the internet.
Right, it's just a lot of whining,
And,
emo, and
I don't know. I was bullied as a kid. It didn't fucking bother me. Like, sure, I may have been depressed, or yeah, this is bullshit, but
that was real life bullying. Well, that was different.
yeah,
that wasn't,
I guess.
That wasn't.
And that's why I'm
internet
saying, like,
bullying.
I mean, internet bullying just seems ridiculous.
It seems like weak and
Trivial, I believe,
Yeah.
is what I would call it.
Yeah, you could say that.
Superficial, even.
But that's just life today. Really,
I guess.
that's
Yeah.
the
Everything's
mo-
the technology.
the internet. Oh my god. Next article: a school nurse denies inhaler and watches a student lose consciousness.
That's I can't breathe.
Pretty much.
Give me my inhaler. No.
No, sorry.
Can't do that.
Apparently, this person, Michael Rudy, 17-year-old high school student, so this wasn't even a kid, this was like almost an adult, was asthmatic, and he almost died because a school nurse refused to let him use his inhaler because his mother didn't sign a form that said he could. So this, I can kind of understand though where they're coming from, because everyone is like Sue happy, so for some reason there was a, but I mean it's an inhaler though.
It's an inhaler, but two, if he actually passed out, clearly this is at a time where he was probably in distress going, I can't fucking breathe right now.
There are people though that
You
are
know.
using inhalers. I mean, if it was something
I
else,
guess,
maybe.
but the fact that the school nurse was in possession of the inhaler.
Well, she should be a nurse. She should be able to see, like obviously, if you're having an asthma attack, what it looks like.
But is she an actual nurse? Because I mean, if they're denying treatment to, in this case, save someone's fucking life.
Apparently, it was something Rudy said. I think the kid said it was something out of a horror film. She watched until he started to lose consciousness, and then she locked the door. His mother found him there against the wall, unable to breathe. The nurse locking him when she got into school. So I guess the nurse just didn't believe it all. She acted like he was just bullshitting just to get attention. So
Honestly, she should lose her fucking job.
I haven't had an
Locking the fucking door on someone having it. Just no, you can stay
I
here.
have never.
Guy. Yeah.
Within recent times, I have not had an asthma attack because I have asthma myself, but I have not had an attack that extreme. But when I was younger, it was bad enough to where I felt like I was almost gonna die, and that was when we had a dog. So I don't know what this kid experienced, but there are two sides to the story. You could say he was trying to pull some shit maybe to get attention, but the way it looks, it seems as if why would a kid go through all that trouble? There's I don't know why he was in there in the first place to get his inhaler.
Well, a lot of schools have it so that any sort of drug, like even in a lot of cases, even shit like Tylenol for like a fucking headache, needs to be in the school office with the school nurse. You can't have it on the person. That's how it was supposed to be, at least, when I was in high school, middle school, even elementary school. You couldn't have any of this stuff on the person.
Okay.
Like, even an EpiPen, if you were highly allergic to something or anything, that had to be in the office. You're not supposed to carry it on you. And that's why she had it. But and that's what I'm saying. The fact that she was in possession of it, he came to the office to get it.
Yeah, okay.
What's the fucking purpose of the nurse having it if she's not going to administrate it properly?
Apparently, after all this, he apparently did suffer serious brain damage from not having enough oxygen, so it was real. So I guess we can definitely say it was real.
I hope that bitch gets sued.
That's gonna happen.
Even though we're already in a sue-happy...
It's not the bitch that's gonna get sued, it's gonna be the school.
It's the school.
The school doesn't have enough money already, so they're taking money.
Yeah, they're fucked. Yeah.
Rightfully so. I mean, it is understandable because they're hiring dumbasses, which there's a lot of dumbasses around today. But it's just one of those things. This happened in Florida, I guess.
That's
Apparently,
shitty.
a lot of school nurses nowadays think the way to treat asthma is to give just a glass of cold water, which can actually worsen.
Can't breathe. Here's some water.
Which can actually worsen symptoms that cause asthma. The cold actually can trigger asthma.
Well, the extreme temperature change, that's a shock to the body when you're already in shock from being unable to breathe.
Yeah.
That's
just stupid.
Wow.
It's just stupid. It's just basically what it comes down to is it's just an inhaler. It's not a way to abuse drugs. Why didn't you just give it to him? Whether or not he was faking it, and obviously he wasn't. Whether or not he was trying to get attention or not, the inhaler wouldn't have done anything.
I hope she is not in control of anything like that ever again. I'm not sure how school nurses are, but if they're like actual registered nurses or whatever, pull it. Just fuck you. You can't do this again.
She probably will not have a job after this.
Good.
I could definitely say that. The last article tonight that we're going to talk about in the regular line of things is a Chinese couple apparently buried a woman alive. Just alive. She was alive, and they said, we think you're dead. I guess not. But Chinese police have arrested a young couple who buried an old woman alive, believing she was dead after their car hit a 68-year-old. So they smashed into an old woman probably crossing the street and said, "Oh shit, I know what you did last summer." Oh wait, that's a movie.
What was that?
It's funny because actually you heard about the thing that happened in West Dallas where the mother was killed and
then like hours later the
kid
son was killed.
Right, we talked about that in the first episode, but it's funny because Mike brought up the fact that how did you not know you hit a woman? She happened to be laying in the street for God knows what reason, and you ran her over, but what did you just assume it was a speed bump? But when did they put speed bumps in the street? So we were saying like
it was a drunk driver.
We were
drunk. Either one of two things happened. Either A, they knew they hit someone and they're like, well, fuck, I'm gonna just drive off and pretend nothing happened.
The problem is they did stop though. They were charged. They did stop. I'm pretty sure.
I thought with what how it happened. I thought the first case was she got hit by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
And
she did. She was laying.
That one was a drive off. They had to actually go out and fight.
I didn't know. I didn't hear about that. The way I got it was they stopped and we kind of brought up that we just assumed it was a speed bump, the new speed bump where.
Well, I don't know about that because like the first 2 days when I was hearing it on the news, there were no charges pressed on anyone.
The article could have been wrong. I'm just going off of what I read. This is from a local thing. So
yeah. And this is
different. Not this is local.
We're just gonna bury this person.
It's basically I know what you did last summer in China version. A witness said he heard someone crying and saw an elderly woman lying on the ground near the car. It cited the policeman as saying a man and woman got out, put the elderly woman in the car, saying they would send her to the hospital. But worried about being arrested for drunk driving, so they weren't driving drunk and causing accidents, they thought she was no longer alive. They buried her on the side of the road. So police apparently found the woman's body later. She was still alive when she was buried and then suffocated to death. So they killed her. So
that went from a drunk driving and like manslaughter to murder.
Manslaughter would be killing though. She wasn't actually dead. So it'd be
it would be the manslaughter if they had hit her and killed her.
Yeah, right. So it'd be more like a DUI. I don't know what would that be. Assault.
Vehicular manslaughter.
But that assumes death though.
Well,
I'm on the assumption that she didn't die.
I know. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is if she hadn't have died, it would
assault
have
been deadly vehicle.
Vehicular assault. So we'd say that's. But so they ended up killing her. So it turned from, like you were saying,
bad to worse.
Bad to worse. It went from possibly vehicular assault to basically murder. And I don't know what degree that would be, but it basically would be like, I don't know law.
I'm not, neither do I.
I'm not a law major. But apparently the story's been widely discussed among Twitter, like web service up there, whatnot. Such things show that the society is really facing blah 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 blah. More crap people are talking, and then junk. I don't know, it's a lot of crap, but that's the gist of the story. There's no real outcome to that because it's such far away. There's no actual art.
We're gonna go for a drive. I mean, maybe we
Tomorrow-
can hit some old 68
That's the plan.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna finish this beer and then whip, and I'll probably get another beer tonight. I don't know. But we'll be right back to the second half of the show. Yay! Break time.
Oh, start the intermission song. Doesn't
It's going right now.
Skate, and we're here busting 420 in progress. Hey, do you have the safety on when you're cleaning it like that? Yeah, you can't really forget that. All right, guys, let's move. We're busting this. All right. Knock on. Open up! It's the police! Hey, open this door! Open it! These guys, you gotta open this. We get this all the time. Whoa! Oh. Look at all that smoke!
Oh, man! Hey!
What you doing in here, boy? What you doing in here?
Let me just warn you right now, I wouldn't stand too near. I had to take a leak.
Well, could you explain the smoke, sir?
What's that right there?
What do you call that?
Hold on.
What do you call this? Hey, none of that, Greg.
That is definitely some drug.
All right, boy, can you explain that?
Hold on.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, that is wrong.
Hey! What?
Get that out of here.
Hey! What? Well, I'm afraid we're gonna take you to jail. Why?
He's blasting his rap music.
Why you guys in my...
There's smoke everywhere. What do you think you're doing? You don't.
Hey! Read that! That's evidence!
You guys want some cookies? From Dawn.
You know you're gonna be arrested, man. Get him in the car. Possession of marijuana, use of
I
marijuana.
don't see the marijuana.
Grant, show him the evidence.
What am I marijuana?
Officer Grant, please get him in there.
What'd I do? You didn't prove anything.
Arrest him.
Hey! Don't grab my nipple. Sir! You grabbed my nipple! Sir! Where's my marijuana? We have to grab your nipple.
Sir, get in the car. Get in the car, sir. Sir, get in the vehicle. Sir, yes, get in the back.
Get in there. Get in there.
You just scout the area. I'll go talk to our suspect. Hey, man, what do you think you're doing?
Huh?
What do you think you're doing? You know that's illegal in this state.
There's only one thing I can say.
What's that?
I have no regrets.
All right.
Hey, what's that right there? See, they say that button.
Hey, get in the car! Get him! He's going! He's breaking for it! His pants are falling down! He's getting in the house!
It was my mom. It was my mom. It was my mom.
Typical.
So you were 40 down. Thought it was my mom. Hey, I can pat him down. Yeah. Whoa!
Oh, looks like we got some here.
That's not mine.
That's a firework. You know those are
That's
illegal in
not
this state.
mine. Caution! Get I still got my pills.
Hey, he's got his pills. He's got his pills. What is he talking
Those
about?
are not pills.
Wait, check that.
What's this?
Oh, he's got some more. Wait, let's check it.
I'm gonna sue you.
Open it. Oh, it looks like he's got some crystal meth. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's crystal meth, definitely.
Getting.
Those are drugs, sir. You can't have those. Sir, get in the vehicle now.
These are pinching my arm.
Sir. Here, take these for evidence.
I'll take this reference.
All right. Sir, what have you got to say on your behalf?
All I can say, I got no regrets.
Of course you do.
It was my mom!
All right, get in the vehicle. I'll get in the vehicle. You get on the other side, Grant. We'll take him downtown. Let's go. Another job well done.
Job well done.
All right, chips.
Did you not?
Welcome back, everyone. We're back from our break, our short commercial break, which you came back.
From outer space.
No, we didn't come back from outer space, actually. Not at all. There was no outer space involved with that.
Oh.
No,
No alien?
there was just a lot of urination and taking towels up from the basement, from the washing.
Were those towels? They look like blankets.
The same thing. They're just larger. Towels are smaller versions of blankets.
Oh, okay. News to me.
Yeah. See, blankets get wet too. They just do it in a different stage of their life. They do it when they need to be washed. Towels just do it all the time. So, but they both cover your body and provide warmth. So they're the same thing. That's.
But clothes cover your body and provide the same warmth that a towel might. So are clothes towels as well?
I don't like your logic because it makes sense.
Well, just according to the way you defined it.
As well.
I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there.
You're not allowed to throw things out anymore.
Well, then I'm not.
You have to recycle because we are a modern
Isn't
society.
that just throwing it out?
No,
It's just in a different area.
no,
You throw it into the recycle.
but it gets reused again.
But it's out.
But it gets
And
reused
it
again.
may have been thrown.
That might have been, but it's not the same thing.
Oh, there's another bug.
Well, see, we're letting them in because I had to back my vehicle inside the garage because I have my top off of my truck and
It started raining.
it started raining out and I didn't want to. I just put the front on so the back's kind of wide open, so I didn't want it to get wet inside.
He's looking for his brother. He's down over here. You're more interested in that light. Okay. Well, you have fun.
Have fun, Buck. That thing's gonna piss me off.
Then kill it.
No. that's-
Apex Predator.
Hmm?
Because we are at the top of the food chain, we really don't feel remorse for killing other things.
Oh. I do, but I don't want to. That's why I'm not going to kill it. That's.
I think he's gone now, anyways. At least for now.
It's raining more. So, is there anything you want to talk about in general? Anything?
How about
We've hit that point in the show where we've ran out of articles, so we're moving on to just anything and anything at all.
There was that apparently a 6-year-old girl a few days ago got hit by as the reporters put it, a stray arrow.
Oh, that was a local article. Local article. A little girl was hit by a stray arrow from, I guess, a target range or something, and she was hit where?
Everywhere? I don't know. All I read is that it pierced through like 5 or 6 organs.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, and she was in the intensive care unit for many a day. Apparently she's recovering fairly fine as you can be after getting skewered by an arrow.
I just remember seeing the video online of her mom being really pissed. That's honestly all I remember.
Wouldn't you be pissed? I mean...
Well, yeah, but that's the only
I don't
thing I
know.
remember about that.
For me, it's just like, who the fuck... I mean, I guess you hear a lot about kids getting killed in, like, you know, a stray bullet from, like, a gang fight or shooting down the street or some shit. But a fucking arrow? Like...
Yeah, it's pretty much... No, I know what you mean. That's kind of one of those things. It's like... That's like something you
don't
say...
see that every day.
No. That's one of those things. Hey, I got fucking hit by an arrow. That's all
fucking Robin Hood was down the street, you know, shooting arrows and shit, man.
It happens. You know, stuff happens, whatever.
I don't know. I thought it was completely ridiculous when I first heard it. I couldn't help but laughing, and my coworkers looking at me like, "What the fuck are you laughing about? Like, that's terrible." And I'm like, "No, that's
It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. How can you not laugh? There's something wrong with you for not laughing at this article. Oh, it says the same thing. I mean, like, it's bad to laugh at, like, the woman and the mom, or the boy and the mom who were killed and they were same day.
That's ironic.
The irony in that whole scenario is funny. It's just how can you not?
Well, I thought what was funnier is, from what I heard, the second accident was all the driver's fault. I thought it was something along the lines of, like, he ran head first like into a semi or garbage truck or some shit.
I thought it was like a utility worker vehicle. So
Something like that, like a big ass truck. Like, how do you miss that when you're going down the road? Just like, Mommy's in the hospital. It's just.
There's an article I didn't put in here, and I didn't really read through it all that well. I felt it didn't really pass the muster. I'll glance on it, but it had to do with apparently Google kind of was bringing like to how much piracy that Microsoft actually gets. Apparently 90% of the links to Microsoft software on like Google or something, it was like pirated software that they had to remove. So, or 90% of the links to pirated software were removed because of the fact that all this Microsoft is Google's most pirated software program. So Windows in general. I just thought that was funny.
That's interesting. I'm glad I have a legit copy.
Yeah, that's good. It comes with laptops now, you know, it's whatever. It's free, it comes with the...
Bought the OEM.
With your new computer you built, by the way. What does that come included? How much more badass is your system than mine?
I don't know. I just... Honestly, the most money I sank into was the GPU and the CPU.
What's the CPU speed, do you know? Is it 3 point something?
I want to say 3.4.
It's more than mine. So we'll say 3 something. Mine's 266 quad. Yours is a 3.2 quad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty fucking good.
I think it was 3.2 and like 3.4, 3.6 overclock.
You spent about $1,200.
After shipping and everything, it was like 1,400.
$1,400.
Yeah.
Did you get a monitor with that, or are you still using it?
No, I still have my own monitor.
Yeah,
I
old
upgrade that.
grandpa.
Oh yeah. Well, at least it's still flat screen. It's not a CRT or anything.
No. There's not even hookups for this. Where does it go? I don't know. Fuck.
I'm pissed though because I couldn't find my is it the VGA cables or whatever.
DVI and VGA.
VGA. I couldn't find the VGA cable, and the graphics card, like the one into the graphics card was VGA.
Oh.
So I had to get my fucking DVI converter.
I think what you mean is VGA is coming from the monitor to DVI. DVI comes with most modern graphics cards now. It's the like.
What pin is that?
It's got like a star and then it's like it's white. It's white.
Okay. Yes.
White.
Those
so
are DVI?
DVI are white and then the blue is the VGA.
VGA. Okay. So other way around.
But I knew what you meant.
My bad.
You're not a big fucking nerd like me. It's alright.
I don't know. Soon I might be.
No, see what's sad though is
seriously, I built this computer, and the very first thing I want to do, build another fucking computer. It was fun.
It was fun.
I liked it. I really did.
But you have to contain yourself because that's a lot of money.
I know. I told my boyfriend though.
You have succeeded.
It was really bad. I told my boyfriend, I was just like,
it's like
I could turn this into a hobby. Like this was fun as hell.
It's like your child. You have birthed this child to the world.
Right. One of my other friends
you learn something.
I have to stop calling it a computer. It is now a rig because I built it myself.
Right.
So.
I should call it a rig too. That's why people use that term. It's just one of those things though. It's like you build it and then you kind of understand how it works. Because when I got my computer built for me by Milwaukee PC, I knew what I wanted in it. But I just felt like I wasn't capable of doing it back when I was like 12.
Was that your behemoth like full time?
Oh, yeah, that's one? My friends come over and they still go, is that a server? I'm like, no.
Nope.
No.
Went for the full tower.
No, it's just the full tower. They put it. It was funny is it came with surround sound speakers, but they didn't put a surround sound card. Yeah, I know, right? That doesn't make sense.
My integrated sound card has surround sound. It supports.
Is it decent though? Is the integrated pretty decent sounding?
Yeah, it's actually high def. Like.
It sounds good then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even with shitty speakers, it sounds good. Like I have like these shitty fucking like generic ass Radio Shack brand speakers or whatever. And it,
hey, whatever.
Sounds better than my laptop. That's all I give a fuck about.
Wow, anything sounds
better. Yeah. Well, no, even my laptop, or not graphics, my laptop sound card wasn't that bad. That also supported at least like I think it was like 3.1 or some shit, 2.1.
Well, it's just
something
4.1, 5 point something. It goes like 4 or 5, and then 7. I think.
There's also 9.1. That's for like.
That's fucking brand new, then I had no idea. I know
There are certain things like Blu-ray stuff will support the 9.1 surround sound.
Really?
Some of it, yes. 9 speakers, 1 subwoofer. Woo, lots of fun.
See, I'm satisfied with my system, or I should say, my rig.
My rig.
Sounds like you're a trucker.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was
Like,
thinking.
I got my rig. We're gonna drive across country here. Actually, you probably could. You know, that's my brother said in my old computer. He's like, we're gonna start the old diesel. You gotta rip. A bunch of black smoke pours out. That thing's fucking a beast. Man, it's maxed out. I rode that thing to the end. All the way, the only hyper-threading processor that motherboard could support was a 3.06 Pentium 4. So it's a single core. The last AGP card by NVIDIA available was a GeForce GS, I want to say 7900. GeForce 7900 GS. So that was the last card that AGP 4X slot, that's all it came with. This was top of the line 2000. It originally came with a GeForce MX 440, so it was a piece of crap. DirectX 7 card, like it was garbage. It was complete junk.
I know. What we're up to 11?
DirectX 11 is out already. I don't actually know a lot of the new video cards because as soon as they switched out, they hit 9800, and after that they're doing all these X numbers and stuff. It's like I can't even follow that. I just haven't.
All I know is I looked up my graphics card on the ranking thing.
Yeah.
It's in the top 20.
That's
I'm
all you
okay
need to
with
know,
that.
right?
I'm okay with that. Top 20, we're good.
This shit fucking plays
Whatever the
fucking
fuck I want.
Diablo 3 at high graphics. I don't give a shit.
Diablo
Whatever.
3 is like it's Diablo. The graphics aren't that intimidating. Like,
Okay. Well, it's more. That's a point and click game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's
pretty much.
like a WoW-ish fucking third person.
Point and click adventure.
Yeah, that's one of those. It's Myst. I play Myst.
I never actually played that. It's
I played it with friends, but never played myself. So it's just. I've never had the urge to. I was a kid who played mostly just racing games, FPSs, and some sports games. I wasn't much for the RPGs. Just never got into them.
There's a new FPS coming out called, I want to say it was just called Storm or something. It's being published by Ubisoft.
Really?
It
What
looked pretty interesting.
is it? What kind of is it? Is it modern?
Honestly, like,
Futuristic?
I only watched like one video clip of it. It almost looks like it's a...
Halo?
No, it's not even that. It's almost like a VR kind of thing, like where it's almost like paintball, but in the future if we use like lasers and stuff.
Okay.
Like it doesn't look like people actually die. There's not blood and gore and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it seems like it is a game that takes like actual skill to play, not just hey, I'm just gonna run around blasting people, shit like that. So I don't know. When I get home or if I get online, sometime I'll send you a link to it and everything because I'm going to...
I haven't played a lot of games in a while. I've been kind of lame.
Yeah,
It's been a while. I'm
I
waiting.
haven't even seen you on Steam in a
I've
while.
just been waiting for Counter-Strike Go to come out. I honestly am
Go?
just waiting.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like it's
Counter-Strike Go.
It's
We're gonna
global-
go.
It's global offensive, so
Go.
they're calling it
Where are
Go.
we going?
We're going to shoot some terrorists.
We're going global.
No,
That's where
we're going to shoot the terrorists and
But what if we're
fucking
playing the
Afghanistan.
terrorists?
Well, then you're gonna.
You don't play terrorists.
I don't play
Just
terrorists.
CT.
I'm a good guy. I fight. What did you say?
What did I say?
You can't say that.
Faggot.
Whoa!
As a homo,
This is a family-friendly show. No, it's not at all. It's not at all. I'm sorry. That's not at all. No.
As a homo, I feel I can say that.
It's funny because the video I showed you, he's like, you can say gay as long as you're not offending someone when you say gay, and only gays can actually say gay about themselves. They can't call another gay because that would be wrong. So you can only say you're gay, and that means you're gay, but you can't. It's confusing.
Personally, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you're not using... I guess I just use it mainly in a derogatory way, but, I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
See, word is only A world.
Other people give it the meaning.
Whoever is using it gives it the meaning. So if it offends you, it's gonna offend you. If it doesn't offend you, like I use it, but I don't mean it in an offensive way. It's kind of a part of my language. It probably shouldn't be, I guess, because it offends people.
Yeah, I can understand that because as an atheist, I say God all the time. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But you don't
Jesus Christ.
use God. You don't believe that God actually exists. So it's kind of like
it's more of just a saying.
It's a saying. It's a way. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's the same. It's kind of the same. It's just about offending other people. It's about trying to be the neutral kind of nice guy. I don't know how to
Fuck
describe
being a nice guy.
Well, you're fun. You're you'll do whatever you want to do. You know, whatever, man.
Shouldn't everyone be like that? Just do what you
Yeah, but see,
do what you want to do.
See, I'll do what I want to do, but if I don't want to. I'm not gonna make someone really upset. I don't know.
When have I done that?
You piss people off. You haven't.
How?
Who? I don't know who. I can't name for say. You haven't made anyone upset, but you have pissed people off. Well, okay. Yes, I can name someone. Corey. We can talk about all the times you pissed off Corey.
He had it coming.
There's a lot of things Corey has coming. Mainly Alex in his butt. Oh! That's bad. I shouldn't say that.
We should bring them on the show once.
I don't know about Corey. Corey. I don't know how much substance there'd be with his.
Well, I'm not saying for an entire show.
Alright.
You could have like a walk-on roll or something. Can't we do that?
Speaking
like
of
he's
that,
the intern, like manning the camera.
Well, see, that's
no, we don't even need it.
Corey wanted to be part of the show. As cute as that is, he wanted to take part. But we don't have like a studio where we have like different camera angles and stuff. So there's no like controller or anything.
Maybe we should.
Eventually, if it gets to that point, maybe. It really depends.
And then we can be like the news, where we're sitting in one position and then different camera, and we just kind of like turn and no.
You'd have to have lights and shit to notify of that.
Can't you do that? You're an intelligent guy.
I could, but I don't really want to.
Too much for you.
See, I'm normally a guy who edits the videos, so I know how it works. But then I have to explain it to someone else. I have to say, well, you got to do this.
When this light is
so
on,
like
you gotta go this
I'd be
way.
trying to do the show, and be like. So I'd be like getting angry at people. It'd be one of those things where I'd be getting upset. And like, we're not doing fuck. So I'd get up in the middle of the show and have to go back over and be like, no, stop. Let me do this.
Just fucking bitch slap him. You're doing it wrong.
Wrong. Stop it.
No, I don't know. I always found that amusing. Like during the news and everything. Like it'll be the same news anchor, and they're talking in one direction, and then for a different story, suddenly, and you even see them physically turn, to the other camera, and it's like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw no point in it, but they do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. It's just, I
No,
don't
it's-
know.
Yeah.
Mumble.
That's local news. Though. Who watches local news? I'm pretty sure the only people who actually watch local news nowadays are anyone between 35 and 80.
I watch local news only because it's on at work. I don't actually actively watch it.
That's what I mean.
don't
Though.
go out of my way.
I mean, like actively go out. Like sometimes if it's on and there's nothing else to watch, maybe, but it's just to see what's going on. Because the news I get is through the internet. It all comes through online sources, and I just honestly don't really care. Like I find news articles for the show, but a lot of the news, it's mostly depressing.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I hate.
It's just
At least we didn't have. Well, there wasn't too many depressing stuff that we had.
nothing like. Yeah.
Today, 800 people died in an explosion. And then that's it. Like that's all they say. They just 800 people died in an explosion.
Well, see,
All right, next story.
See if you want to make people cry, like Mike said, just bring up 9/11, and then everyone
I fucking hate that.
everyone
Oh my
just
god.
cries.
That reminds me of the episode of Family Guy with Lois, when she's running for governor or whatever the fuck.
Oh
it was.
yes, 9/11, 9/11. No, that's good. That was good.
9/11. Woo, yeah!
I think South Park did the same thing. It's funny because Mike was like, he's like, it was just like my sister who died. Just like 9/11.
Oh man, like it happened. What? 11 years.
No,
ago
but see,
now?
like I was saying with Mike, though, South Park proved that after 10 years, it's okay to make fun of them. there's a.
I've been making fun of this like a year after
Okay.
it happened. Like
It's still too close to the heart, though. You can't do it then, because
too soon, man. Too soon.
it becomes not too soon as soon as like the kids.
Some
who were
other
born at
big
the
tragedy
time-
happened.
No. Yeah, kind of, but it's mostly like when the kids who were born at the time are like becoming real people. So
So kids aren't real people.
they're screaming infants. That's not real people.
That's
That's meat we could be giving to the homeless. That's a two.
That's
joke.
what I would do.
No, that's a two joke.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a two. On this show, we use other people's jokes.
So it's just like Carlos Mencia.
But we quote them. Oh, but no, I quote them. He doesn't quote anything.
Fair enough.
I
fair enough.
I
We
say
give
it
credit
and
where credit is due.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna.
Maybe you
I'm
should
not
throw
gonna.
in a link in the crotch bar then to everything that we've mentioned. Just
Scratch bar, Phil DeFranco.
who is Phil DeFranco? I don't
You
know.
don't watch Philly D?
I don't think I do.
He's honestly not as good as he used to be. He's kind of pretty mainstream now. He's like almost like watching news but funny, and it's only 10 minutes long, and it's like I come home from work and there's a show Monday through Thursday, and it's entertaining, but it's not as good as he used to because it's kind of corporate now. But he's just a guy who would bring up kind of news articles to talk about it and be like, this is fucked up, and that's about it really. But I don't know, he's a funny guy on YouTube. That's all I can say.
Fair enough.
So,
I'll have to look at it, see what's up.
but normally me and Mike we talk about music. Speaking of which, he's actually going to that System concert that you are going
Is
to.
he?
Yeah,
Really?
but he's got 4 tickets, so he wanted to.
Fuck
He
him!
wanted to rub it in your face. He said he was there the moment of. I know. I kind of distracted you that morning, but you know he's the guy's got 4 tickets.
God.
I know he's got 4 tickets for that show.
Fuck him.
I know. They sold out in 5 minutes.
It wasn't 5, and I was like 10 minutes too late.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
5 minutes, you had to be there. See, that's
Holy
like when I
fuck.
got Tool tickets, you had to be there, man. I was there, and it didn't matter because the site got so laid down with people trying to get fucking tickets. I got shit ass tickets. So it's just that's why if you really want to see your favorite band, it's best to just say fuck it and pay for the upfront seats that another like ticket retailer sold that they're scalping for like double the price. Because if you want to be up front, if you really
Maybe I'll do that then.
well, you already have tickets though.
I don't care. I'll turn around and scalp those myself.
Your tickets aren't bad; they're just not what they.
Good.
Who says you can't sneak down to the lower floor? You're gonna have a good time either way.
I know.
It's not gonna
I know.
matter. It's not gonna matter. You're there.
Fuck.
It's just the floor experience. It's like the last concert I was at, Incubus. Mike and my friend Alex. It was kind of irritating because we walked in. We all had 3 tickets. There was general admission. You could sit anywhere, and basically there's balcony seating, midsection seating, and front seating, so you could stand. And there wasn't a huge standing section, but it was there. We came in, and I said, "Hang on, guys. I want to look at the band T-shirts before they sell out." So they go off and say, "We'll save you a spot." And I'm like, "That's cool." They go off. I look at the T-shirts and I go, yeah. There's nothing I want. It's all way overpriced. Fuck it. I go back. I call Michael. Get my wristband. I go up to the front. I'm standing in like back of the front, but I'm in the standing section, so I got a good view of everything. Behind the seating area and the balconies behind me. I call them. I say, "All right, where are you guys?" They're like, "We're in the middle." I'm like, "Where in the middle?" I'm like, "We're just like sitting down, like right there." I'm like,
You're sitting?
like,
What?
Wait, what? Sitting? Like, you guys aren't standing? And they're like, "No, dude, we're up at the balcony." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we got a good view." I'm like, "But that's far away, and I'm standing here." And I'm like,
Did you give up your...
"Yeah,
You gave up your awesome...
yeah."
Wow.
I was kind of mad, but
You should have just said, "Fuck you guys, I'm staying
I
here."
almost did. But because I had a cold at the time, I was kind of like, I might want to sit for a while because I was pretty
That's what the
sick.
fucking ground is for.
You basically was like, why's that guy? Is that guy fucking making a fire pit? No.
Why not?
Is he
just making a fire pit in the middle of the mosh pit.
Little powwow in the middle of fucking country. They don't mosh at Incubus anymore. No one's mosh. No one's mosh at Incubus concert since Drive came out. Like, as much as I love Incubus, no one's mosh at a concert since.
Well, you do. Not even the douchebags who just make a mosh pit, even though when it's completely unnecessary.
That's what pisses me off. There's bands that like, especially at Summerfest. Here in Wisconsin, we have a thing called Summerfest.
If you haven't heard of it, you're dumb. Because even if you're not in Wisconsin, it is the largest music festival in the world.
It probably is, but
no, it is.
I believe it. I know it's proven that it is. I think probably Guinness even said that, but there's people that haven't heard of it. It's basically a giant music festival that lasts for about a week, and it goes 2 weeks.
It is 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. It goes for about 2 weeks almost.
I thought it was like 10 to 14 days.
All right, so 10 to 14 days, and it goes on and probably from noon to fucking midnight. And there's different bands over there, and you buy tickets each day. You go in and spend all day there and whatnot. And basically, people try to start moshes, and the problem is there's bench seating. So you've got people who are sitting on these benches, and people are trying to mosh in like the aisles that are kind of there, and it just fucks your whole day up because they're moshing in an area that's not. Like, I'm okay with moshing, but when it's fucking retarded and like just in an unnecessary space to music that doesn't even require moshing, it's just kind of dumb. Like,
yeah.
People were moshing at Seether. I'm like, Seether is good, but they're not mosh material. Like, I don't.
No, mosh. I think either metal or punk.
Yeah,
that's about it.
No, that's kind of what it. Yeah, it's kind of what it comes down to is metal or punk. It's not. Seether's like alternative rock. It's not really hard enough to warrant moshing. Like, yeah, it's kind of hard, but it's when you see people mosh, you just kind of want to laugh a little bit because it's dumb. It's just like, really, you guys? Like, you just...
I don't know. I appreciate the energy in a mosh pit. I think it's fun.
But when you're fucking shit up on, like, people are standing on benches to see, and there's a mosh pit going on in the aisle, and it's smacking people.
You have the higher ground. You kick them in the face.
You just fucking...
You fuck their day up more than they fuck yours up.
That's when you bring a taser to the concert and you just fuck their day up. Game over, son. Oh, you're moshing? Sorry.
Fucking do it. I want to see you do this now. Just, fuck you. Twitch on the ground like a little piece of shit you are.
That's right, bitch. Game over. No more. Fun's over, ladies and gentlemen. No more moshing. Go.
That would make for a great news article.
I'm sure it would make a news article too. Get arrested for tasering.
Tasing? Is it tasering or is it tasing? I want to say tasing.
Tasing is the slang term almost that's become somewhat mainstream, but I'm pretty sure taser.
Well, a taser is the implement.
I feel like tasering is a word. I don't.
That sounds like a sniper, a person who uses a sniper rifle. I don't call it sniper ring. That seems.
You could though. I don't feel like you can't. I feel like people just short.
I think we need a dictionary for this.
We could get one, but I'm not going to.
If these things are even in a dictionary, they could be fairly new.
Sure
they could be a bit newer. So maybe an online dictionary.
Dictionary.com. All right.
Or Merriam-Webster. You can go to Merriam-Webster.
How do you spell Merriam?
Just fucking look it up. You have the internet, right? How do you do that? It's just
God darn it, Pond! Why you must make me do things?
God damn it, Bobby!
God damn it, Bobby! I'll tell you what. I buy you drugs.
Will you?
What am I looking up?
Is it tasing or tasering?
I'm just gonna look tasering up. I'm looking tasering up right now. Look, it's a word. The word you entered isn't in the dictionary. Well, we'll look up tasing.
It probably won't be either.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess neither of them are technically a word.
Well, fuck it. Who cares what you say? But you might as well. Why isn't that in it? Why isn't taser?
Maybe it's not a Z. Try number one S. Maybe we're spelling it wrong.
That's probably the slang term is with the Z. It's probably taser.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Taser ring.
Uh-oh. The thesaurus, or go back to dictionary, damn it.
I don't care that much. Whatever. Who cares what it is? It doesn't amount to anything.
It doesn't count for anything.
I was going off of that. Actually.
I know you were. By the look in your eye, I knew that's what you were referring to.
You sure you can't get off for AC?
What kind of get off are we talking about?
Oh, that's bad. I'm sure you could do that. Judging by all the people that go, AC is a convention for fur fags. I'm sorry if you don't know what that is. Don't point at me. What's your tattoo? Let's see your fucking
There's
tattoo.
some stuff.
Oh, there's some stuff. Okay.
Like they're actually gonna see it. The camera's way over there. It's so
Oh,
far
yeah.
away.
Flip her out. Flip her out. No more out.
Like that. It's all
In
upside down.
more, because I don't know if
I
they
can't. Fuck. What are you?
go like this, son. Woo! So you gonna see Rise Against me or what?
Yes, let's go Rise Against. I'll go.
The fucking-
I had planned on it. Like, I got the fucking email and I'm like, ooh, I need to remember to do that. But I hadn't cashed my check at the time.
It's just $50. Tickets $50 because of fucking all those fees. They're overpriced for Rise Against. I can't believe how expensive that was. It was like 47 something, so it's like $50. It's like
Wow.
It was 37 plus like $10 in fees. That's how much it was.
Wow. Last time I saw Rise Against at the
They're
rave.
getting big.
Guess
They're
how
getting
much?
big.
Guess how much it was?
Probably 25.
20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, it was cheap, right? That was drink ticket though, wasn't it?
No.
No?
I wasn't able
Straight
to
up
drink at the time. Like, yeah.
But I mean, like you can use drink tickets without. It's just soda. I mean, you can do anything really. It doesn't matter.
Well, I
But,
didn't know that at the time.
No. It's just see Rise Against blah blah. But I want to show you that. What Eve 6 is there? Eve 6 was there. That's pretty cool.
Who opened
Gaslight, Anthem, and Hotwire. I don't know. I've heard of them, but I've never actually seen them.
I don't even. Maybe I've heard of them. I don't fucking remember.
But you see here like the fucking $37, and then they tack on those fees, so it's like ends up being like 47 something, so like $50 a ticket.
Also, who the fuck would want to go to the balcony and then pay more to be
Guys,
on the
it's
balcony?
dumb. Honestly, the only people who go to the balcony are the old people who
Old
want to
folks.
see. Yeah, they
They
don't
want to sit.
I just
don't
want
wanna
to
be
watch
bothered.
the kids fuck each other up.
Yeah.
I'm not watching the show. I'm watching the kids fuck each other up.
Fucking creepers.
And I'm like, I want to be in that shit. I want to fuck people up.
Right?
Fuck that shit. I'm gonna be down there fucking shit up. That's my game.
Fucking shit up.
You look at your beer like you were expecting more, and
I was.
you were sad that there was nothing. It's okay though. I emptied mine too. There.
We both should have grabbed two.
We're going back up soon. We got another
Hindsight.
like 20, 30 minutes left to show. So we gotta make some. And get this ready to go. But yeah, it's Rise Against. I'm kind of excited because I was gonna see him last Summerfest.
Yeah.
But it turned out it was on the 3rd of July, and I wanted to see the fireworks more because I wasn't as big into them.
Well, that's when you just turned around.
It's right on the hey, Rise Against.
No, seriously.
Actually, no, I swear to God, I heard him. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure I heard him that night. I'm pretty sure I heard him.
Probably. No, but like seriously, that's what I did. I think this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Weird Al was there, and it was me, Joe, and Randy, and we were all at the fucking concert. And all of a sudden we hear all these fireworks, so we just kind of turn around for like 5 minutes watching the fireworks. We're like, all right, back to the concert. Like it was, I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. This year though, like fucking Summerfest overlaps 4th of July, but nothing is going on there on the 4th. I thought that was kind of lame.
No, they're
'Cause,
doing,
like,
they're
every
doing that on
previous
purpose.
year-
Though they don't want to do it on the 4th to conflict with other events because they feel like because of
Yes.
that. No, it makes sense.
But it's just funny because it's the first year they've actually haven't done anything at Summerfest. When every other year, at least for the past 3 years, it's overlapped.
no, it's
and they
been
haven't
more
done
than
anything.
that.
Yeah.
It's been more. It's just because they don't want to conflict with other events going on at the time.
I guess.
I mean, it is the 4th of July, so there's people out.
But it's just the first year that they've done that, you know?
Yeah, no, it's a change. Who knows? It might last, it might not, whatever. But there's no other real music actually coming. The only thing that I'm kind of interested in is actually in Minnesota, and that's in St. Paul, 6 hours away. And that is the festival.
Was it St. Paul? I thought it was like Harry.
No, it's St. Paul.
Harry something.
It might be a local suburb, but it's basically St. Paul. But it's like a festival that's going on, and there's like all day.
Rivers Edge Music Festival.
Is that what it's called? You know what it's
Yes.
called? Okay. Rivers Edge
Rivers
Music
Edge
Festival.
Music Festival.
Tool's gonna be there.
Saturday.
I told
23rd, I think it is.
I told Mike about it. Mike and I are big Tool fans. I don't know if I told you that.
Well, he's the one you went to see Perfect Circle with.
Well,
So,
yeah, so we
I mean, if you're a fan of Perfect Circle, chances are you're a fan of Tool. Just saying.
I mean, judging from the hat, I mean,
No! You don't like Tool at all.
that sounds
Fuck
really
them.
gay. That's a fuck Tool.
You're a Tool for liking Tool.
Yeah.
Because,
I'm pretty sure the reason they create band T-shirts is so people walk around with the word Tool. I'm almost positive that's why. I'm almost positive.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they get a rise out of that. I'm pretty sure that's why they do that kind of stuff. It's not
The wrench with the...
Yeah, I'm serious.
That was
I'm
a good
serious.
one.
Yes, for real. The reason actually I think Maynard said he called the band Tool was he said it was originally because he was in the army and they always called everyone "you're a tool," you know, like that's what they shouted at people. But I think he might have used that, but I think it goes along with like everyone like I think they just get a rise out of it. It's just originally they created music to like just for themselves and kind of like to fuck with people, be like, wow, this is weird, you know, whatever, it's art. But now, not as much anymore, it's just about having fun. But originally it was kind of like, hey, let's mess with people.
What does that have to do with being a Tool?
Because they were messing with people because the words tool on the fucking logo of their shit, so
they created other people to be tools.
it just went along with it. They wanted the name Tool, but they said we could use that for something else too, so we create merchandise. Because they were not the band to originally be like, hey, they didn't want to like be in like Rolling Stone. They didn't give a shit about that. They are now because they've gotten so big. They're just kind of like whatever. Which
Yeah,
happens
they are
with
a lot
every,
bigger.
It happens with every band, but originally they didn't want.
They
to do
aren't
that.
any Rolling Stones though, but they are bigger.
No, I know. A guy at work told me he doesn't think there'd ever be any super bands anymore. Doesn't think it will happen. Doesn't see it ever happening again.
Yeah, honestly, probably not.
I feel like there'll be bands that are maybe not super bands, but there'll be definitely memorable bands that people will say these were the biggest bands of this period.
What would you say those would be for us right now?
What decades are we going to? The 2000s or just currently? Because I don't know if I can name currently because there's
Okay, 2000s.
Not even the 90s because I can say the 90s. That's
All right, let's include the 90s.
90s through 2010.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say Nirvana, which is obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
Soundgarden,
Ah.
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine, I'll agree with. I don't think Soundgarden. I don't think they're as well known. I mean, they're well known, yes.
Yeah, no, I don't know. They're
Supergroup
super
material? I don't think so.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't like them anymore. I'm not a huge fan. I think they died off after 2002. Their music kind of just.
I need to listen to their new album just to see what it's like. Stadium Arcadium had a couple good songs.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Just a couple good songs. The last.
Even though I think
what was
their
the album?
mistake.
1 Hot Minute? Was that what it was called? Like their 2002 album?
I think so.
That was their last good release.
I also enjoyed By the Way or whatever.
That was from. Was it?
I thought the album was By the Way then.
Maybe 1 Hot Minute was actually their 92 album or 94 album or something. It's probably By the Way. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it is By the Way. I'd have to look it up, but I'm gonna go with that. It's the album artwork that looks kind of like graffiti almost.
I can't remember. I don't remember the album art for that one.
That's what the internet is for. Yay!
That's why I have it.
Yeah, no, I just felt that Stadium Arcadium, it was a very...
Forced.
Not even forced. I don't think it was a good idea releasing a 2-disc album.
Yep, it's By the Way. You're absolutely right.
Woohoo!
That's it. And By the Way came out in 2002. That's what I was thinking of. I think One Hot Minute was the one with... Fuck. I want to say Dave Navarro, but I'm probably wrong. It was somebody from... Let me see.
You can look up their discography.
I'm going to. I'm probably wrong. Dave Navarro. Maybe it was Dave Navarro. Let's see. Blood Sugars. So Frusciante, One Hot Minute. That was the '93 album. And Dave. Where is he? I'm gonna say it's here because it's Dave Navarro. That was Dave Navarro's appearance in Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was One Hot Minute. So I'm getting the two confused because I know that wasn't a great album, and By the Way was just decent, so it's probably on par with that. But Red Hot Chili Peppers' best album, in my opinion, was Californication. Followed by Blood Sugar Sex Man.
Yeah.
So
I'd probably reverse the two. Personally.
You can say I could agree with that too. I could see you saying that. It's kind of like someone saying I like Lateralis over Anima by Tool. I mean, I like Anima more than Tool because there's songs on Anima that I think are better than Lateralis. But fuck, Lateralis is an amazing album. It's just like
It's Tool. They're all.
Well, it's like Toxicity compared with like what do you think their other album that's their best is? Probably.
Honestly, they're self-titled.
First album was pretty good too. It's hard to tell because when you got a band that creates two really great albums. I don't know. It's just hard to pick one.
Although System is one of my favorite bands, so picking any favorite is hard as fuck.
I wanted to see System. I just don't have the time off to see System. All my time off is used for AC, so that's pretty much it. AC and then. I'm gonna try and that's it. That's it really. I'm all the time's off for a convention in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Being with other furries.
Yeah, dude.
Doing
Fuck
furry
that.
stuff.
Doing all kinds of gayetry.
Yeah.
With art.
Fucking other animals.
I don't do that.
Yeah. No.
No, I don't do that.
You do the same thing I did.
You run out of booze and you cry a little inside.
You did not even cry, you just die a little. Like a part of you just goes, fuck.
I was a little in there.
Yeah. It's like a particular person we know and their desperation shots.
You will not name this person. If anyone does not know what a desperation shot is, it is basically someone who takes every empty bottle of booze in their room and pours it into one cup. They get that very itty bitty last drop. The remnants of it doesn't even taste good. It's no longer drinking. Like, people drink for a buzz. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Like, some people, I drink for taste. Like, yeah, you drink for taste too, but you also drink to catch a buzz. It's not like it's not like you just drink for the flavor.
I just drink just for the flavor.
See, you like alcohol because it tastes good and
it makes you feel good.
It makes you feel
sometimes.
good at the same time. Sometimes. Well, there's times you drink the whole bottle of 99 oranges.
99 oranges.
How much 99 oranges did you drink?
Almost the whole bottle.
What was
Almost the whole
What was this, MFF 2008?
Oh wait, yes.
MFF
okay,
2008.
but it wasn't just a bottle of 99
99
oranges. There was maybe 2 or 3 shots left of that.
That's a whole bottle.
Yeah. But I also had the pitcher thing of WAP that Robert made.
He made that? Wait, that was that? He made something? I didn't even realize.
Me and Corey.
I had to Miller.
You didn't have any of it.
I had Miller.
Me and Corey. like the little ice buckets that you get in the fucking cheap ass motels.
Because we were staying in a Motel 6. We were staying in a Motel 6 because I could not get a fucking room in the main hotel because I was fucking lame. But that was a good experience though.
We had the ice bucket. It wasn't huge, but you know.
It's not.
Robert made a whop in it because that's the night that we went through the drive-through liquor store at like midnight.
Wait, I remember that. I
That's
didn't.
what I thought.
I didn't. I
didn't go either, but
we went to McDonald's.
all right.
Just drive-through liquor store.
I thought that's what they said it was.
I believe
Maybe it was. I don't know.
I believe it.
But I know they're open later than fucking liquor stores around here, and I was jealous.
Because Jesus tells you can't drink past 9. That's what it is.
Right? Yeah.
Jesus said no more alcohol after 9.
Pretty sure the Bible's against that to begin with, like any form of that. Unless it's, drinking Jesus's alcoholic blood.
So Jesus was an alcoholic. He said, "Have my blood."
He was so alcoholic, his blood gets you drunk.
Dude, that's
you
a
drink
good.
a lot of
I think about it though. That's a good image. Jesus like slitting his wrists over a bottle of wine, saying, "This is my blood."
It's really interesting.
Oh man, that'd be a great image. Jesus slitting his wrist with a razor blade.
But
saying,
it's
"This
water.
is my blood."
But it's
given
water.
for you."
He bleeds water
That'd be.
and turns it into wine.
Oh.
See what I mean? Oh shit.
Alright. Okay. Alright.
So is Jesus a water elemental?
He might be. He might be actually.
Aliens.
Fucking aliens. There's aliens outside right now.
I'm waiting for the Men in Black 3 movie. Doesn't that come out like next week or something?
I'm kind of scared about that.
I want to see it.
Have you seen the trailers?
I've seen them.
They made
It's
me
iffy.
nervous.
It's iffy. I know it
made me
is.
nervous because I saw it and I said, it's gonna be watchable, but it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be like a little bit worse than Back to the Future Part 3. It's almost like it's forced. I don't want to put it down because I haven't seen it. I've just seen from what I've seen from the trailers. I said,
No bueno.
I don't know. I'm just scared. I just feel like it's not.
Yeah, I
The
understand.
idea is good though.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though. It just seems forced. It just seems unnecessary. Men in Black 2 was good. Men in Black 1 was great.
I fucking love the first one.
Like some people didn't like the second one, but man, I thought
I
it was
liked
good.
it.
It was good. It was good.
Especially, the childish jokes I enjoyed. The Balchinian, I mean... I thought that was great. But
So
I'm
you
an
can tell
immature
though. I mean,
critic,
I'm gonna
so-
see it just because it's like another extension onto my childhood, I guess. Because it's kind of like, oh look, they're coming out with another one. It's like them coming out with Lion King 3. Like you can go see it.
There was
There was. I'm
Was
just saying.
there?
It's just like
Okay.
There was well maybe
I've seen one.
1.5.
I have not seen 1.5. I saw 2. That was
I
it.
don't know if there was 3 actually. Maybe I'm confusing 1.5 compared with 3.
What the fuck is 1.5 though? I mean,
They did the in between life of like when Timon and Pumbaa were dealing with an adolescent, Simba. So it was like him being in like his
so it's
teen
just like an
years.
extended feature,
Yeah.
like deleted scenes.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
It's the movie with the deleted scenes. All right.
No, basically, yeah. That's kind of what it was.
All right. I
So,
want to watch that movie now.
I
That was sad. I always cried when Mufasa died.
no, it was sad. That's
Fucking
that's a
Scar
fucking
betraying him.
sad ass part, dude. It was sad when his dad was
I
talking.
remember
to
being a
him.
little kid and crying. Like,
Yes.
no.
What other movies are sad? See, Mike doesn't like sad movies.
Really?
He doesn't like the.
I enjoy sad movies,
at all.
especially like I hate movies that have a happy ending. Like
I
to
don't
me, it
hate
doesn't.
them. I don't
Okay,
hate them.
maybe maybe hate is too strong a word. It's just not all the time is it realistic. I like movies that are more.
See, I was
realistic.
joking with him because I'm like, it's an emotion I don't want to feel. And Sarah's like, well, why do you like all this like depressing music? I'm like, I don't know, maybe just because I'm not depressed. I'm just like experiencing emotion I don't feel all the time. You know what I mean? It's mostly like, it's just.
Why you like Typo Negative?
Yeah, I love Typo. Typo's fucking great. I love Typo, man. You don't like him because you got fucking destroyed with him. Cause
Yeah.
it's just like Alex with Tool. You can't play him Tool because fucking All his friends try to get him into it.
Can't blame Nirvana either.
He just doesn't like
hates
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
He just doesn't.
But he likes the Foo Fighters, and I'm like, same fucking
No, it's
thing.
not. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Nirvana is a completely different band.
It's
than Foo Fighters.
close enough.
It's different though. Just because the drummer, fucking Dave Grohl, became lead guy.
I guess.
It's different.
To
It's
me, it
different.
feels the same.
It does.
Similar. It feels similar.
Okay, I can see that.
But like, what was me?
Speaking of Foo Fighters, guess who saw Foo Fighters with Serge Talking live?
You did.
Oh, and guess who didn't?
Me.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's okay.
Actually, you're jealous too because Mike was jealous when we talked about this last week too. So it's not. You're not
See,
the only one.
damn it! I'm late for every fucking conversation.
Well, you can
What is this?
be here. You just
I
gotta
know.
be off. You're
Right.
usually working
I'm just gonna
Fridays.
request off every fucking Friday.
No, you probably wouldn't get work then.
Actually, I might. I don't know. Who knows? I honestly, if I really wanted to, I could talk to my coworker James. Like he has like
Hey.
2 or 3 different jobs.
It doesn't matter. Whatever works, works. Don't worry about it. You're just a fill-in. If we need a guy.
Oh, just to fill it
Hey,
now.
no.
See how it is.
Hey, if Mike doesn't want to do it anymore, it can be permanent. We'll just change the dates, man. It depends on what people like, man. If you like him more, whatever. Mike's a funny guy, man, but I know you longer, so.
I don't wear it. Middle school. That was wild.
That was it. Right. Middle school was fun.